Okay, in this video I'm going to go over the new payment scheme for Theta staking rewards that was deployed on March 10th and correct a few things that in the previous video that I did on this were incorrect after talking with D, a subject matter expert over at Gpool. Nice guy too. Okay, under the Theta version 2.2.0 update, the minimum T-Fuel reward payment for staking Theta is set at 12 T-Fuel. You will see that number coming up in a little bit here. So just remember, that's the minimum payment when a payment is made to you for staking Theta, regardless of how much Theta you actually have staked. The minimum payment will be 12 T-Fuel. So as it was explained to me, if you, let's say during a 2-week period, if you have just 1,000 Theta staked and your T-Fuel reward for that would be 1 T-Fuel per day, as it was under the previous method of paying out the T-Fuel rewards. So over a 14-day period, you would get one payment of 12 T-Fuel. So whereas somebody that had 12,000 T-Fuel staked, they would receive 12 payments within a 14-day period because they have 12 times more than you do. So the way those payments come, there's like a random drawing that occurs once every 12 minutes, give or take. And those 12 payments that I would receive during that 14-day period, they wouldn't necessarily be 12 payments on 12 separate days in that period. It's kind of the luck of the draw. I had a discussion with D over at Gpool, and he explained some things to me and corrected what I had understood in a previous video where I was saying the Guardian nodes pay out these T-Fuel rewards based on what you have staked with them. Well, as it turns out, the Guardian nodes themselves don't actually pay out the rewards. The code built into the Theta blockchain, it knows everybody's wallet address, and it handles, when it does that drawing every 100 blocks to determine who's going to get a payment, it has a list of all of the addresses that have Theta staked, and it randomly selects 300 of those addresses to receive a payout. So I will show you the payouts that I have received so far, and let's see, maybe that'll help you to understand. Okay, let me start by saying my stake, normally I get an average of 12 T-Fuel per day based on the amount that I have staked. So this is an 8-day period starting on March 10th when they released the new method of doing payouts. And over that 8 days, my average was 12 a day. But if you look at this history, it shows on the 10th I received a payout of 12 T-Fuel. 12 is the minimum for a payout. So I received 12 T-Fuel at 6:24 p.m. on the 10th. Then on the 11th, I received a payout at 7:28 a.m. of 12 T-Fuel. And then again later that day at 7:59 p.m. I received another payout of 12 T-Fuel. Then on the 12th, I received a payout at 3:21 a.m. of 12 T-Fuel. Then again on the 12th at 7:14 p.m. I received another 12 T-Fuel. Then on the 13th I received a payout at 1:47 p.m. of 12 T-Fuel. Then on the 14th at 2:49 a.m. I received a payout of 12 T-Fuel. Then on the 15th I received no payment. Again on the 16th I received no payment. Then on the 17th at 1:12 p.m. I received a payment of 12 T-fuel. Well, if you average that out over that 8-day period there, I was receiving the same amount of T-fuel, an average of 12 T-fuel a day, even though they didn't get spread out exactly one payment a day. So that's the way the randomness works, and the larger the window, the more accurate it will be. Okay, I can hear you saying it to yourself now. You're saying, hey, I used to get 1 T-fuel a day, and now I'm only getting 12 during that 2-week period. I'm getting screwed out of 2 T-fuel. Okay, well then you look at the next 14-day period, and again, you're only getting 12 T-fuel, and you used to get 1 a day, or 14 over that 2-week period. So you're still fuming. You're thinking, I'm getting ripped off. And then you look at the third 2-week period. Hey, in that one you get 2 payouts of 12 T-fuel each. That's 24. You're actually ahead of the game now. If you average those 3 2-week periods together, you're making more than 1 per day. But now if you look at a 12-week period, 6 2-week periods, you get in the 4th period you get 12, in the 5th period you get 12, and in the 6th period you get 12. Well, if you average those 6 2-week periods together, you're getting exactly 1 T-fuel a day on average. So the key takeaway here is that if you look at any one of those 2-week periods where you only received 12 T-fuel, you may think, hey, I'm getting screwed here. But when you look at the entire 6 2-week periods and you average them together, you realize that you're not getting screwed. You are getting the same amount that you are supposed to be getting. It's a matter of understanding that you need to zoom out and look at the larger 12-week time frame there to realize that you are getting what you're supposed to be getting on average. So the bottom line is you have to get used to the fact that you will no longer be getting a continuous dribble of micropayments every 12 minutes 24/7. It's going to be done this way going forward, and it's necessary in order to solve a potential problem if they don't make a change to the way things are done, because they're planning on increasing the number of Guardian nodes by a factor of 10 over the next year or so, if that is going to result in a greater number of transactions if they continue with the micropayments every 12 minutes. And oh, by the way, the more T-fuel that you have staked, your odds of getting selected in any given drawing go up based on the amount of Theta that you have staked. Theta Labs will be monitoring this, and if evidence starts to surface that people are not getting what they're supposed to be getting, they will tweak things to make sure that people get what they're supposed to be getting. So I encourage you to hang in there and understand that the regularity of payments that you get is going to be a little bit more random, but when you look at that larger picture, you're going to find out that you're still getting what you're supposed to be getting. So I'm going to wrap this up here. Okay, if you found this helpful, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me if you would on your way out, and I'll see you in the next video.